video is going to show you how to use YouTube Editor. So what we're basically going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to upload videos into YouTube, into your YouTube editor, and then from there what we're going to do is we'll end up doing some trimming on those videos. We're going to cut off parts of the front and the back. We will also then add some text, we'll add some audio pieces to it. We'll then publish the video, and then we will change the privacy settings. So we're going to show you how to do this in YouTube Editor. So basically, when we go to YouTube, up on the top near your name, there's a little upload button. And what we're going to do is we're going to upload a couple videos. Part of this activity that you have to do in this professional development class here is to upload a couple videos, and then from there we're going to add transitions and text and some of those things. So we're going to click on upload. And once we click on upload, we're going to have a little screen that comes up here. And we're going to change this setting from public, we're going to change it to private. Because when a video is set to private, it's going to allow you to make a bunch of different changes to it in the YouTube editor. If a video is public, then you're very limited on what you can do because basically the whole world is able to see this video. So after we set this to private, this is really important that we do change this to private. Again, if it's set on public, you will lose the ability to edit your video in YouTube Editor, so it has to be set to private. Once we do that, we click on this little arrow here. Now, a student on a Chromebook, they don't have to worry about this. They're not going to have to pull up videos from a hard drive. They'll have immediate access right to their Google Drive. But for us on the teacher side, we have our laptops, so we have to store our videos directly on our device here. So for this PGAP, or this professional development course, what we're going to do is add two different videos. We're going to add a beach video and a snow video. So what we can do is go ahead and select the videos that we want here to upload, and we just simply will click on that, and that video is going to upload. All right, click done here to confirm. Then what we're going to do is, while that's processing here, let that finish up. And then we can upload another video here, and you can see it's just finishing up with that processing of the video. We click on upload again and make sure that we change the settings to private, and now this time we're going to upload the snow video. So again, what we'll do is we'll upload these, and then inside the editor we're going to then change around our video and kind of make it our own, add our own finishing touches to things. So we're going to let this process and let this finish up here. And while this is doing this here, we're going to then go to the actual editor itself, because right now, as you see up on top of the URL where it says youtube.com/upload, we're going to have to change this to youtube.com/editor, EDITOR. When we go to the editor, I'm going to go and make a new project here. When we go to the editor, we'll see that we have our videos right here. The most recent videos that you upload will be stored here. All the videos that you have uploaded will be stored here as well. These ones are the oldest videos here, all the way up to the most recent videos. So the YouTube editor is really nice and simple. Starting up at the top here, we can go and just by clicking up here, we can change this to retitle it. So we can call it the beach snow video. Then what we could do is go into our video list here, and where it says drag videos down, we can either drag them down to this spot here, or we can hit the little plus in order to add the video down here to do some editing. So I'm going to just simply drag this down, and so now once I do that, here's a little preview of my snow video. Since I've dragged this down, and you can see these blue bars here, I'm telling YouTube that this video here, I want to do some editing. If I click off of that video, you'll see those blue lines disappear, and my ability to edit this video is gone. So if I want to do a little bit of editing and changing inside this video, I can just click on here. These blue bars show that I'm in my editor for this particular video. And what I could do to trim is I can either drag from one side to the other. So what I'm doing is I'm eliminating part of my video. And you could see as I do it, down on the bottom, there's a little blue, kind of a little blue tab with some letters or some numbers there. What I'm doing is that's what I'm trimming off from my video. So far I've trimmed off 15.87 seconds. Also here, as you see on the right, I have some ability to change around my video however I want. If the video bounces around, I can stabilize some things. If I want to go into the filter, which is really cool, I can go and change this video around just by simply clicking on one of these, and the filter is going to change. If I want to see what that looks like, I can hit the little box, and I have my preview of my new video and what my original video is here. If I go and unselect that, it's going to take that away. So as I click on this and as I click on others, I can kind of adjust the filter to be exactly what I want it to be. I can brighten things up, or I can darken things up here depending on, again, what I want my video to look like. In the text, if I click on this, what I can do is just simply enable text here, and by doing this checkbox, I can now change my text down here. And I can say things, I'm going to add welcome winter. Here I have the ability to change my font around. So if there's something that you think can look pretty cool, I can change the alignment here, or maybe make it centered, make that look really nice. And I can change the position. Either I could put it up on top or in the center. I could change the banner color. And there's some other features in here as well. Change the size or the color of the text. So that's the text. Now, because I'm just editing this video, whatever or any other videos that I add here, later, I'll need to add text to those too, if that's where I want text to be. Otherwise, the text is only going to be for this particular video here. For the audio, this is a really big feature that if you're going to do this with any students, you're going to have students do some editing in YouTube Editor here. This is a big piece, is going to the audio. Because what I found in working with students is that they do not speak loud enough when they're on camera. So by going to the volume here and adjusting the volume and turning it up, we can actually amplify the student speaking. Now in this video we don't have any audio, but of course as you listen to this presentation on how to do this and you find your own videos that you want to upload, if you have some with audio in it, give that a shot and test it out, and you can see the difference by turning up the volume. Any student projects and presentations that you have, it will make a tremendous difference when you replay those in the classroom. So again, if I click off of the screen, since I'm done editing this here, and if I uncheck my preview, this is what my video looks like so far. Pretty cool looking. And let's say I'm going to add other videos to this. I've got my beach video. I can drag this down here and drop it. And so again, it highlights this video in the blue. Right now it's 58 seconds that you see, but if I want to trim off a little bit, I'm going to take off 10 seconds, or maybe let's go 18 or so seconds. So now I have two videos here that are kind of similar. This one is let's see, 38 seconds. This video is 39 seconds here. And again, I have all these other features. I can change the filter. So if I wanted to kind of change things up to match a little bit more with my other video, I can make some of those changes here. If I want to add more text, I can just simply enable text there, and I have to retype in other text. Otherwise, if I don't have that checked, then I will have no text for that particular clip. I have to go into my audio, and you could see that even though I turned up the audio just a few seconds ago here, that was for this video. I will have to do the same for this. And this is an important piece too for students, is that sometimes they'll change one video but they'll forget about the other, which is going to throw your video off in many different levels, where one part of the video is going to be really loud and another part is going to be really soft. So for the students, they'll want to go and turn up that audio on all of their different videos. So if I click off of that again, I'm on my main screen where I can use this guy to kind of drag to see where my videos are meeting up. So we're going to hit the play button. You'll see a little preview how we're going to go from our winter clip into our summer clip. Now those videos don't make any sense together, so I want to use a transition to tie those together. So what I can do is I can fade, I can have the videos wipe across, I can have them open up or close down depending on whatever shape I want to use. but for here I want to use more of kind of a fade. So I can just simply drag my transition in between. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to have about a 1 second fade in between my videos. So see if these will look, this will look a little bit better as they transition from the winter clip then into the summer. So we'll see what this looks like here. So you can see that fades from one to the other. If I wanted to change that, I can always just click off of the video and just take a different fade here or a blur of some kind, and I can just drag it and dump it right up on top. So now what it's going to do is just replace it with whatever I want to use here. So let's see what this looks like. So as you see, that one fades into the other. Just kind of refreshing here. So maybe that's the one I want to use. Some of these other guys up here, if I want to add videos that people have put up on YouTube that are open, that are not copyrighted or anything, I can just simply take these and drag them in. I can trim off from the front and back. Something I didn't mention was this little snipper here. If let's say there's a part of a clip that I need to adjust, maybe there's a mistake in the middle of a clip, somebody says something they shouldn't have said or they delivered the wrong line, and I really need to splice up this clip, what I can do here is by hitting the scissor, and if I click on that, it's going to split my clip from this beginning part to this end. So I just simply cut up my clip here. So now what I can do is I can get rid of that part with the issue. So if that student or whomever it was had some sort of problem in the middle of my clip, I can now click into this and I can drag whatever I don't need out of there. So now I can kind of clean that up, and if I want to add a transition again, I can click off screen, I can go back to my transitions, and I can drag whatever I want in there to fade from one to the next. This is going to be adding pictures, so if I want photos I wanted to add to this, kind of doing a collection of pictures and music and that stuff, I can do that. I can also add music, and if you've ever used things like iMovie, which I do love iMovie, but what's cool about using YouTube Editor is you have hundreds of options of music to choose from. So much that you actually have a built-in filter here where you can choose the genre of music that you're looking to do. So by simply going to one of these here, I can go and search tons of different country or folk. If I hit the little play button here, what it will do is it will just give you a little preview of whatever music that is. If that works for me and I want to add that, I can either drag it down to my music or I can hit the little plus button here. And by adding the plus button, the music drops right to the beginning of my video. So just like in the actual adjusting of the clips here, what I can do is trim this down so it matches up with my video. If my volume is too loud, I want to soften that up. I can turn that down a little bit so it's again a little softer. So now see in my preview, I've added text, I've added transitions, I've added audio to this, I've adjusted my filters in my transitions here. If I want to do some sort of fade, like a fade in, fade out, I can always drag this to the beginning. It defaults to white, but if I want to change that to black, I can just go and change the color and make this a little bit more of a softer opening. If I want to do it on the back side here, if I want to take my color fade and add it on the back, trim that down, make it kind of shorter, go up here and change my color so it's more of a fade out. So we'll get a chance to see what this looks like here. So again, the audio is playing and now it fades out. So once my video is done, all I have to do here, and I'm going to add just a little bit more time to this here so it matches up with my clip. Once I'm done with this here, I can go and click on Create Video. And what this video is going to do now is it's going to just process. It may take a few minutes to do that. While it's doing that here, I'm going to show you one last little thing that you can do with your students in order for them to share a video, or even in this professional development course, to change our video from private to public, because right now our video is actually set on private. So we need to change this to a public video so that everybody can see this. So what I'm going to do is click on these three little lines, and I'm going to go to my channel. And when I go to my channel here, this is where all my videos are stored. I'm going to go to what's called Video Manager. And when I click on Video Manager, it's going to take me to kind of like my storage spot where all my videos are. Now you can see this video is not quite done yet. It's still finishing up. It's still processing. But you see this little lock that's right here. And the video is set to private, which means only I have access to see this. So if you have a student that makes a video and it's set on private and they try to share it with you, you won't be able to see that. They're going to have to go into YouTube, into their channel, into their video manager, and they're going to have to change it from private to public. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this lock, and I'm going to go and change this from private to public. So even though this video is not quite done processing yet, I can still go and change it, and I can make this public. And once I do that, I can publish my video. So now when I go back to my video manager, you can see that this view has now changed. It's an image of just a little globe here. And I can go and see some info on my actual video. And once this video finishes up with its processing, I can then share the link to the video. And where that's located, I'll show you on one that is fully processed here. Let's say this video. Let's go back actually and show you in the channel here. So what we can do is if we go and change this from private to public, okay, again I can go down here and change this to a public video and click publish. And once I do that, you're going to see this little guy right here, video URL. That's a direct link to the actual video itself. So if I make this public and I publish this, now what I can do is if I copy that URL and open up a new tab and paste it in, it's going to take me directly to my video. So the only extra little piece is that as a teacher, if we have a student who shares a new video with us, you're going to have a little tab down here. It will say that this video is not yet approved by District 301. A staff member, all they will have to do is click that the video is approved, and all students have the ability to watch that. Otherwise, the filter will limit that from students sharing that out, that other students will not be able to see that unless a staff member actually approves the video. So that was just a little tutorial on, again, how to upload videos, how to do some editing using YouTube Editor, how to publish that video, and then go back into your YouTube channel and change it from private to public.